Employees hope that their employers will treat them fairly, whether motivated by morals, business strategy, or legislation. In City of Midland versus O'Bryant, we'll explore whether employers also have a common law duty of good faith and fair dealing. Following a withdrawn disability action, the City of Midland notified Milton O'Bryant and 7 other mostly disabled Midland police officers that their duties would be reclassified as civilian positions. The officers could stay in their positions as civilians, transfer to officer positions, or transfer to civilian positions in other departments. However, pay and benefits were reduced for civilian positions. Further, the city planned to start requiring greater physical abilities for officer positions. Before these changes took effect, the officers filed suit in a Texas state trial court seeking to enjoin the city's changes, but voluntarily dismissed the action. Once the reclassifications took place, all but 2 transferred to officer positions that, compared to their former desk jobs or airport duty, were more dangerous field positions. The officers again sued the city, claiming that the reclassifications were retaliation for the prior lawsuits and that the greater physical requirements were discriminatory. The officers also claimed that transferring the plaintiffs with disabilities to these other roles endangered their personal safety. The officers alleged that the city breached its duty of good faith and fair dealing, among other theories of recovery. In response, the city explained that budgetary restraints, with greater demand for officers, necessitated the change, and that the city's decision to increase the physical requirements for police officers was a response to the Americans with Disabilities Act. The trial court granted the city's motion for summary judgment on all claims. The officers appealed to the Texas Court of Appeals. Except for affirming summary judgment on the officers' tortious interference claims, the appellate court reversed summary judgment in all respects. Because the city failed to show that it didn't owe the officers a duty of good faith and fair dealing, summary judgment wasn't appropriate. The city appealed to the Texas Supreme Court.